Yeah, I'm right back. Sorry for the interruption. I'm gonna wait a few minutes because I was finna go into something deep. I am about to go into something deep. I'm gonna wait a few minutes to a few more people get in. Thanks for coming back, Sylvester, Miss Red. Yeah, I know, but I'm glad that happened because what just happened reminded me that. Thanks, Liz, for coming back. What just happened reminded me of something that happened that I meant to speak on yesterday. But do y'all recall a live that I did the other day, and I had and I pulled the panel up. Did y'all see me get knocked off the live? Did y'all see me get knocked off the live the other day when I had the panel up? That was tripped out one. The whole little thing was tripped out. But yeah, I had meant to bring that up. Yeah, bless grandma, that was crazy one. Red, you was going in on them. Yeah. I had got knocked off the panel, and I ain't been through a knock off the panel in so long. I had forgot all about that stuff even be happening. But it was crazy that I even got that even happened. And then what was more crazy to add on to that is that, like I was saying yesterday, I was sending the link out. I was sending the link out um, both ways. I sent Elbani the link the same way I sent Mama Justice the link. And Mama Justice even said that it took her a couple of tries to come on the panel, but that was besides the point. The point was when Elbani came up on the panel, she just got to saying something about I didn't want her up on the panel, and it just blew my mind, y'all, because y'all saw while I was working. I was working to get her up there on the panel. Y'all saw it. I didn't mute the live, even all the way from the phone call. I ain't hit mute or none of that. There was no reason, especially when I saw the name. I still had the number saved in the phone. I got. And so while I was there, look, oh, I see the name. I didn't mute, but it was just crazy. And I thought about that, like, okay, you saying you told me that the link I was sending or whatever I was doing, what I was sending to you didn't work, and you had to come up through another account. How can you come on my live through another account that I don't even send to you? I mean, what? I didn't really understand that. The link. I mean, is that what? Because that's what she said. She said she like tried to just make a big thing out of it, like I didn't want her up on the panel and this and and that and um I was hanging up and all this crazy stuff. And so that's why again I said yesterday what I said, like, we appreciate, you know, whatever. But I kept it 1,000 by saying I don't think that she, sincerely came up there just to do the right thing. It wasn't be it wasn't based off her doing the right thing. It was based off a beef that Rob had going on. And the reason I say that is because the reason I say that is because a good point that Mama Justice made. Mama Justice had brought up a point, and she said that Elbani have disrespected a lot of women. which is, we all know that during the whole course of the thing. But the most important thing that Mama Justice was the most important point she was trying to get across was that the right thing to do, not just being a woman, but just the right humanly thing to do, is apologize to the people that you did what you did to them. But it seemed like she was even avoiding that confrontation. I can't really use the word confrontation, but she was avoiding that whole thing. And I mean, I ain't see no reason to avoid that, because I mean, that's at least if you were sincere, that step right there would have just it would have proved something to us. It would have let us at least know, all right, that move right there seems sincere. We'd have had something to go off of. But you you look what you really gave us. You basically called my phone just to tell us, and like you said yourself, you knew I was live, and I told you, yeah, ain't wasn't no secret that I got you on live, and I also told you that I know that you knew I was live. That was the reason you called. So, but you wanted to get your beef out towards Rob. And another reason you only call my phone, like I said, you knew I was live, because in your mind you probably thought, okay, this will be another strike at Rob to go over to his enemy live and say what I got to say about him. That's the oldest trick in the book. That's the oldest trick in the book. But I felt like if you was gonna be sincere, I already told you the one thing you could have did, like what Mama Justice said, you could have done that. But on the other hand, you could have also told us a lot of other real things other than your personal vendetta or whatever you had on him. You could have told us there's a lot of other stuff you could have told. And that right there would have made us look at you different. But at the same time, when I already had gave you the opportunity to speak over my phone through the speaker on the live, but I was trying to give you the opportunity to come up on the panel. But when it got to that part, that's when it seemed like everything just, went haywire. Everything went haywire. Don't know why. Y'all heard me. I was damn near caught off guard. Like, damn, y'all heard me tell like, damn, what are you doing? But it didn't shock me. That's why I say damn near caught off guard. It didn't shock me. It wasn't shocking to me. How are you gonna come out and say, I didn't want you to speak, with everybody seeing that's all I'm doing is letting you speak? And how you gonna say that I was hanging up on you when you steady calling me? I'm trying to click you in, but for some reason, every time I try to merge the phone call, you click off, and then I call you back. So we was playing cat and mouse on the phone, so I gave up on that, and you called, so I let you stay on that last time. And then after I told you that people in the chat and Mama Justice and myself were supporting you, your response was like crazy. Your response was like, you don't give up. fuck about the no support or no. That's why I was like, when you done that, that just see there it is again. That's proof. Just as well as you could have proved to us that you was sincere. You were sincere in your actions. You said that you didn't give a fuck about no support after I told you we were supporting you. It's as easy as you done that. That right there told us that what we needed to know. Because you called my phone. You called my phone. And if you, and that goes for the men and women, if we all are boldly to say something out in public, and then don't try to come back behind closed door and rectify the situation. No, because if you put it out there, then it's when you try to rectify, whether it's explain or apologize, do it the same way or do it better. But doing it behind closed door where it's just you and that person, that ain't the right way. Especially after you put some nonsense out, that's not the right way. I didn't, want to go deep into that like that, but yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. You know, to be honest, him having kidney disease ain't doing us no good. We trying to figure out other things. We're trying to figure out people behavior and motives and reasons, and all this stuff. We're trying to figure out all of that. So in a sense, that's why I said, what you brought, thanks, but keep it real, no thanks. You could have just called and apologized. You didn't even have to apologize to me. You could have just apologized to the people. I gotta go into that. You know. But what I was speaking on before the live had stopped, I was talking about how they just now doing these massive recalls. These massive, recalls on cars every time you turn around, you seeing it. And like I said, I've always thought that, it was fishy. And all they doing is putting surveillance devices in the vehicles. If they can put, if we got Wi-Fi on our phones and tablets and all this stuff, and they can track us down through that, and we know they're making cars with all this stuff, they're making vehicles with all this stuff in it, why wouldn't they be able to track the vehicle down? Why wouldn't they be able to do that? It only makes sense.
Hey, here it is, magic box. As you can see, it's just with this weird ass antenna. I was thinking it was maybe a GPS antenna, but then I thought looks awfully like the one on the back of my computer. Kind of the same. And maybe it's Wi-Fi. Maybe when they get close to it, they can Wi-Fi download or something. I don't know. Let's see this. Warning: airbag sensor. Do not tamper with. Not really sure what that means. Sealed box. It's got these industrial magnets. They're not exposed like the black ones you see just when you buy refrigerator magnets or something. These ones are actually metal. So they might be earth magnets or maybe just they're regular magnets in a metal case. But they're riveted onto this box.
And let's be real. Now, to the average person that, and this it's a lot of people that's not really educated on just the parts of a car, especially under the hood. So just imagine how easily they can place that somewhere, maybe under the car or under the hood, and hide it, and we'll never know if you're not really familiar with the makeup of a car. If you're not, they can put this stuff anywhere, and you will never know
it. Watertight. It's got this thing on the side. Let's bring it back here. It's got. Here we go.
Yeah, but like I say, I like to show it and we get the picture. The video got a loud streaming with the audio, but yeah, hey, we get the picture. Y'all, they doing everything to us. Everything. Yeah, they was when they was calling, having these recalls on these cars, they was just calling for some of everything on the car. And then another thing I've always thought, some of them news stories that we see on the news that pop up with people having these big accidents, that stuff, when you look on the news and you know you got that type of vehicle and you see somebody just in a terrible accident, whether it was from the airbag exploding or anything, and then they have a massive recall on it, that's forcing you to bring the car back in because obviously you don't want that to happen to you. Again, y'all, I hate I had to restart the live, but I love how we be growing. We gotta rotate with wisdom. Y'all, wisdom is knowing what to do. Skill is knowing how to do it. And virtue is doing it. And that's what we all striving for. When we see stuff clearly in our mind, and then we act on it. Notice what I said. We see it clearly in our mind. Not in their mind. We see stuff in their mind, man. We gone. We doomed. We'll be doomed from the start. Appreciate everybody that came back in. Y'all already know. You gotta call and check on Mama Justice. Like when I don't see my mama not in the chat. I know a lot of y'all feel the same way. Well, yeah, appreciate everybody that came back. Love the support. But hey, y'all, it's let me say this. I wonder, do y'all think about this? And I know y'all do. It's just a question I gotta ask. Do y'all think about what they gonna hit us with in October? What y'all think they gonna hit us with in October? Can I just see some of the family put some comments in the chat? What y'all think them people gonna hit us with next month? When the everything's supposed to, you know, what y'all think they gonna come with? I know it's gonna be wild. That's what I think. I think they're gonna hit us with something wild. we know it's gonna be wild. But what y'all think it's gonna be? Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, yeah, I feel that. Definitely feel that. Peace and love, Linda. As I said, another mass shooting like the game was. Oh yeah, they come with the anniversary. Yeah, they don't they got one planned. They got one coming up, don't they? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be another part of the soap opera. Ain't no telling what they'll do. Yeah, they may do um, false flag shooting up. You never know in Chicago. In Chicago, they'll have agents thinking they finna do a false flag shooting, and then it turned out to be real, and the agents won't even know it. That's how dirty these people are. Send the agents out to make them think they finna do a false flag shooting with fake guns, and then right at the time of the when it go down, they hand them real guns. I'm gonna laugh because it's funny. I'm saying it's crazy. But man, that's what's happening. Believe me, that's what's happening. Y'all already know I'm finna get ready to punch out, but I will be back later on this evening. Appreciate everybody that came in the chat. Y'all already know what time it is. Queens, hold it down. Keep that security A1 Trump tight. Kings. Y'all already know. One love, I'm out.
They get me up in the morning. They give me reason to believe I'm here for somebody, for someone. They make me feel so joyous. Happiness ain't a word to describe what I feel. Like when I try to give it up, sick and tired of all this stuff, they give me a reason to keep going and going. Like when I feel like I should quit, I keep going and going and going. He said, she said, he said, she said, I'm not ready for that. He said, she said, he say, she say, ask that little bitch on my dictates. I'm not really with that. He say, she say, I run in the trap like relay, get it through the mail like eBay. He say, she say, ask that little bitch on my dictates. I'm not really with that. He say, she say, run in the trap like relay, get it through the mail like eBay. He say, she say, ask that little bitch on my dictates. I'm not really with that. He said, she say, running the trap like relay, get it through the mail like eBay. I wake up, I put on my clothes, time to go check me a roll. You can't tell me shit, tell me nothing, I really turn nothing to something. Look, I used to be broke like a bitch, I was hurt, I was ugly. These bitches, they ain't wanna touch me, now none of these niggas can touch me. The time that you thought I was spending alone, I was working the phone. The time that you thought I was bumming, I was just stacking my money. Yeah, the time that you thought I was down and out, I was not in the drought. I get the dope and then ship it out, American gangster. I know Victoria's Secret, I got the key to the streets. I got some niggas be trapping, they want it, they coming to me. Look, that bitch say she want me to fuck her just like I be fucking the beat. I told her that me and my niggas gon' be there at 2:45. My diamonds come away from the Mayans, and I run the street with some lions. I trap like I want me a Cayenne, rap like I want me a Wraith. Don't say no shit on the internet, you ain't gon' say to my face. Look, these industry niggas be pussy, and I'm trying to give me a taste. He say, she say, ask that little bitch on my dictates. I'm not really with that, he say, she say, Running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. Ha, he say, she say. Ask that little bitch, I might dictate. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. Ha, trapping, that's my reputation. I like rapping, that's my reputation. I like flipping cars, reputation, Lord. They know me, they know my reputation. I like kissing bitches, reputation. Dismissing bitches, reputation. Ooh, flipping money, reputation. They know me, they know my reputation. I ain't easy, fucking dog, reputation. I go swing first, reputation. I might kill it first, reputation. Lord, they know me, they know my reputation. Lord, like a jeans, reputation. I turn my grandma's house to a trap house, that's my reputation. I got court cases, shell cases, reputation. Lord, they know me, they know my reputation, bitch. He say, she say. Ask that little bitch on my dictates. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. He say, she say. Ask that little bitch on my dictates. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. He say, she say, he say. He say, she say, he say, she say. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Hello, he say, she say. Ask that little bitch on my dictates. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. He say, she say. Why these bitches like to talk a lot? He say, she say. Why these niggas like to talk a lot? He say, she say, he say, she say. I'm not really with that, he say, she say. Why these niggas like to talk a lot? Why do bitches like to talk a lot? Yeah, he say, she say, he say, she say. Nah. Hey, you ain't gonna die real, fake on that fake. Yeah.